Hey everyone! So today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to make shimmery eyeshadows more wearable as you get older. As you get older, you develop lots of fine lines and wrinkles around your eyes, and those shimmery, glittery eyeshadows just don't look as good on you as they used to. Well, I started phasing into wearing matte eyeshadows all the time, but then I really missed the shimmer and glitter and so forth, and I thought, you know what, I'm not quite ready to give these up just yet. So today I'm just gonna give you some ideas as to how you can make them more wearable so that you don't have to abandon them altogether when you get older. So first of all, let's talk about eyeshadow primer. If you think that eyeshadow primer is just to make your eyeshadow more intense and longer lasting, think again, because what I have realized is that the eyeshadow primer is filling in a lot of those fine lines and wrinkles, so that when you put the eyeshadow on top of it, you don't have as many as when you started. So don't skip that process, because it's actually very important to fill them in. Another thing that I've noticed is that there can be a wide variety of difference between brands of eyeshadows, colors of eyeshadows. You may start to notice that the lighter eyeshadows actually accentuate those lines more. So darken it up a little bit, you know, take it, I mean, it doesn't have to be as dark as what I have on today. Today I have on a pretty dramatic eye, but that's just because, I don't know, I felt like it. But yeah, just go a little bit darker if you can, because the lighter the shade is, I've noticed, the more those fine lines and wrinkles will show up. If you can't or don't want to do that for some reason, try a different brand, because every brand is going to have more or less of certain ingredients that are going to make it either more wearable for you or less wearable. So play around with different brands until you find something that works better for you, because there can be a big difference in that regard. But the biggest trick of all that I'm going to show you is something that I just kind of figured out by playing around one day. I was noticing that my eyeshadow was looking quite powdery one day, and so I grabbed my MAC Fix Plus, and what I did was I sprayed, well, first of all, I had completely done my eyeshadow already. Okay, that's how I do this. I do my eyeshadow just the way I normally would. Then I take a brush and I spray one pump of MAC Fix Plus on it. And then I press it into the eyeshadow. I didn't have to do it today because this is a very dark color, so the fine lines and wrinkles don't show up with this color. But if this had been a lighter color eyeshadow, I would just spray one pump of MAC Fix Plus and just press it into the eyeshadow. Now you can try using different brushes, because you'll find that some things work better for you than others. If I'm doing my lid, I like a shader brush, and also the way the bristles are very dense together. That way it doesn't absorb too much of the MAC Fix Plus, because if you oversaturate the brush with MAC Fix Plus, it's going to melt the eyeshadow too much, and then you're going to want to add more, and then you're going to have a big cakey mess. So don't do that. But yeah, that's exactly what the MAC Fix Plus is going to do. It's going to melt the eyeshadow a little bit, and then the fine lines and wrinkles don't show up as much when the eyeshadow is less powdery. Because MAC Fix Plus is not like, it's not a setting spray. It's not like a Scandinavia or Urban Decay setting spray. It's not like any of those things. It's actually water with some emollients in it, and it also has it's got a bunch of different things in it. I don't know the exact ingredient list, but I don't know of anything else like this, because I know that's going to be the next question. Well, what is the drugstore version of MAC Fix Plus? I don't know of one. If I ever find one, I'll let you guys know, but really, this is just a moisturizer, sort of. And you know, a lot of people aren't even sure what the purpose of MAC Fix Plus is, but I have found it to work well for lots of things, and I've talked about that in other videos, other things that I use this for, but I could not live without this because I use it for so many different things. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, just spray one pump of this on your eyeshadow brush and just sort of press it into the eyeshadow, but go slow, go easy, and don't overdo it, because if you overdo it too much, it's going to melt too much, your eyeshadow is going to melt too much, and then you may have to start over, because if you try to put some more eyeshadow on top, that's going to kind of defeat the purpose, and you just, like I said, you're going to end up with a big cakey mess. So I think that's it. Those are all my tips and tricks, and I use all of them as often as possible because we all want to, you know, prevent the aging process and try to not look as old as we actually are. And I'm sure there's going to be at least one person who's going to ask, well, how old are you? I'm 52. And I'm trying to, you know, slow down that aging process as much as I can. But yeah, this trick has really allowed me to wear a lot of eyeshadows that I didn't think I could wear any longer, and I just kind of decided to try it one day and it worked well. Oh, one very important thing though, don't ever spray MAC Fix Plus directly on your eyeshadows, because most eyeshadows are not safe to use wet. If you're just pressing the brush on the eyeshadow that's already on your face, that's not going to hurt anything. But yeah, don't ever spray MAC Fix Plus directly on the eyeshadow because you'll ruin it. It's never going to be the same again after you do that. Some eyeshadows are meant to be used wet, such as mineral eyeshadows and baked eyeshadows, but most regular eyeshadows are not meant to be used wet, and you pretty much have to go directly to the manufacturer to find out whether it's safe to use them wet or not. I really don't know. I just don't even take any chances. I just spray my brush and put the brush on the eyeshadow after it's already on my face. I find that's the easiest way to do it. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that I put that in there because I can just see somebody saying, I ruined my eyeshadow. So yeah, don't do that. And okay, so that's it, you guys, and those are all my tips and tricks for using shimmery eyeshadows on more mature women, and I'll see you next time. Bye.